8 days of driving, 4,000 kilometers with 2 little kids in the back of our Tesla. Time to see how it all fared up with doing this a massive amount of driving. Let's get it cleaned and let's check it out. So last week we drove up to Cairns from the Sunshine Coast as we wanted to spend Easter up there with some family, and we decided we'll take our Tesla Model 3. We only just got the paint protection film done on the front end of the car, literally 3 days before we decided to drive up. And it was an awesome experience. So we took the Tesla. Yes, we had to charge along the way, but it was really awesome because when we were charging was when the kids would run around and have some fun and burn some much needed energy so that they would be, you know, pretty tame in the car. So that's a whole nother video, a whole nother blog about that, about the experience with kids in a Tesla. But it's a long way to drive to Cairns. It is about 1,600 kilometers from the coast on a one-way trip. And so we drove all through the night. We left at about 7 o'clock at night and we drove through and we got there the next night at about the same time. By the time we stopped and you know, played with the kids and whatnot. But as you can see, this car has been obliterated by bugs. I'm surprised about how many stone chips I think we've only got, and there is minimal amount of stone chipping in the paint, if any, and there's a 1 or 2 in the windscreen, which I'll show you really soon. But the main thing we want to see today is we want to clean the Tesla. We want to see how easy it is to clean it first without using any major chemicals. We're just going to snow foam it, and then we're going to hand wash it, just like a normal Joe Blow would do. And then we want to see how easily all these bugs come off. You can see it's pretty darn dirty. When you look at the vinyl wrap, the wheels, considering it has hardly any brake dust on it, there's just a lot of dirt, a lot of dust. There was a stack of roadworks on the way up to Cairns, as you would imagine, and just so much debris was flying around, and just I can't get over how many bugs hit the car. Like, I think it started to weigh down the car. It was just that many. So let's start snow foaming it and soak it in with the snow foam, and then we'll pressure clean it off to see if that helps at all for us as well. Let the snow foam sit on the car for about 5 minutes to really just soften up all the debris, the dirt, the bitumen, and mainly all the bugs and everything too. So now we're going to be pressure washing it all down, and we're going to see how well the pressure cleaner combined with the snow foam can actually remove the bugs from the car. We're going to see how effective that is by just using our pressure washer. So just been pressure washing all the snow foam off, and it's amazing to see how much of the bugs the pressure washer combined with the snow foam has cleaned off. It's actually done a really good job. It's probably got 80% of it off. Car's still on, it's locked actually, so its Sentry mode is engaged. Hence why that light's flashing. But yeah, it's really cleaned it up really, really nicely, and it's still beating really, really nicely too if you have a quick gaze here. Beats awesome, but what we are actually noticing is these funny like lines coming through, and they're really obvious over here on the edges, mainly on the front bar, and that's actually where the bugs, I think, have like hit and they've traveled through. They've been, you know, obliterated on the car, and so I think there's still a bit of residue there, so the coatings are not beating. So because of the bug resin is still on there, all these lines all through here. It's probably a bit hard to see on camera, but what we're going to do is we're going to wash it by hand now and get some nice soapy water on it, give it a really good wash, rinse it down, and let's see how it all looks after that. clearance down, try to dry it down with some air first, and then we'll hit it with the Dreadnought. Well, it's been really interesting to see how well the paint protection film has fared up for this massive drive we did up to Cairns and back. And the bugs was actually really easy to clean off. We just used soapy water, the pressure cleaner obviously, and just the nice Bowden Zone Shake-Tastic wash mitt. Clean off the bugs very, very easy, as you saw in the video. But stone chips, let's talk about stone chips. There are two that we can see at the moment. We'll probably see more when it's outside and whatnot, when it's we have a bit more light. But right here, the paint protection film has saved our life. It has been chipped. The film is chipped there, it's lifted, but it has not chipped the paintwork. So because of the paint protection film, it has protected the paint from a nasty stone chip. So that's one on the bonnet that we can really only see. And then we have one down here in the front bar. Where is she? Just there. It's a bit hard to see with all the shadows and whatnot, but there's something right there, very, very small little chip in the film on the front bar. And what's happened is, because it's been such a big drive, it's chipped the film, and where it's opened up the film, there's a bit of dirt in there, so it makes it more visible because there's more dirt. So all we need to do is we can just get some tacking solution sprayed in there and kind of stick the film down, or we can actually trim it out so that there is no lift and it's just a little circle of no PPF. But all in all, there's probably, I think, just 2 little chips on the windscreen. A few little bug marks we still got to clean off properly with some glass cleaner. But where is it? Right here. 2 stone chips in the glass, and I actually remember when that happened. I remember a big truck drove past us and you just heard something hit the glass and didn't know where it was exactly until we got to my folks' house and I had a good look over it and we could see. And I think I remember when the car got hit by these 2 was another time when another big truck drove past on the highway, and we kind of heard like like a pebbles kind of like hit the car, hit the paintwork, and they were too small to see, but obviously with both of us doing 110 kilometers an hour on the highway in the 110 kilometer zone, it's obviously made an impact. But the paint protection film, all in all, has fared up extremely well, considering how many bugs and whatnot were on the front end. See, we find when paintwork gets covered in bugs, it really etches the clear coat where it leaves. You can wash it off, but you can still see where the bugs hit the car. And with the paint protection film, you cannot see that. So the paint protection film is saving us so much by having it on the car, because it's that sacrificial layer that's copying everything. It's doing something that a normal ceramic coating or graphene coating, no matter how many layers you have, would not be able to do for this car, especially doing all that driving we did up to Cairns and back. So we still got to wash the wheels. We'll get them washed, and then we'll park it outside and just do another little check over. Time to put her on the charge, and now she's all back to normal. The way she should be, nice and clean.